Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a quick video for y'all. Now, this one that I'm gonna be coming with y'all today. Sorry if there's a little bit of noise. My bad. I'm rolling around my chair. And somebody's yelling in the hallway. Who's yelling in the hallway? Y'all be whack. But this video idea was suggested by Anthony Lenti. I'm so sorry if I messed your last name up, man. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize. But he asked me if I can make a video or just explain how to go 12-0 in 2K, because as you guys know, you go 12-0 and you get these reward players. You guys can see I have Hakeem, I have Manu, and I also have Larry Johnson. And I mean, I've gone 11-0 for Dr. J and lost once, and I've gone 10-0 for Dr. J and lost twice. I'm currently 4-0. So obviously I have some experience doing this, so I'm not just telling you guys some stupid tricks that I found on other people's videos. And obviously the first way that everybody tries to go 12-0 is to use their normal squad and just try to get some dubs. Now obviously it helps if you guys have diamond contracts like I do. Like, I'm about to put one on Kobe very soon. But for some of you guys, sweating every single game to go 12-0 is really hard and it's not fun. And for me, honestly, it's not fun either. So one of my methods is you take your God squad, and just like the 7-man rotation, you just drop the minutes of some of your players, like I'm doing right now. I'm gonna drop everybody down to about 20 for the starters and then 15 for the bench, and then you just, whoever's your lowest rated bronze, you throw it on. So with a team as good as mine, it's not really going to work, as you can see, because my team has so many good players that no matter what I do to my players' minutes, they're not going to lower my overall. But ideally, you want to get it around like 88. There we go. That's better. Around like low 90s, maybe in the 80s, because then you will match up against people. Actually, we'll put this back up. So like right there is okay. Like that right there is pretty good. I have an 88 overall with 82 offense, 94 defense. And now when I match up against people, it's actually going to be like people maybe that they're trying to do the same thing like this. Maybe they're going to have, you know, diamonds and amethyst squads. They might not want to play you too much if you have a squad like mine. But if you have a squad that's diamonds and amethysts and it's a 99, but you probably don't want to be facing squads like mine, do that and it'll definitely lower your overall a little bit. Now another method, obviously, that other people do, because I have one that's called Easy 12-0, is just use an average squad. Like you can see right here, my overall is an 86, again because I did that, so it's not a 93. But you can see this squad is not crazy good, and this is the squad that I've gotten my 4 wins so far with. It's just players that I like to use that I think are fun and are going to get me 12-0. Pretty easy, just easy wins. Sometimes I gotta grind out some games, and I have it at an 86, so I also go against teams that are like mine and not any God squads. So that is another method. I call it the average team method. Now another method that people do is, I'll just demonstrate it here. They add bronzes to their team, only have like 2 subs. We call it the 7-man rotation. You can do 8, and you just drop everybody down to 1 minute or no minutes on your team. With your starters, they have to be at 1, but you can put your other bench guys at none. But I'll put everybody at 1 just for the sake of this video. This one's probably pretty common. You guys have probably heard about this. 10 more minutes. There we go. And it's, you can see, it's called like the 70 overall 7-man rotation glitch. You just take people that have really high stamina that you know are going to be able to last for a while. You run them all game, sometimes sub if maybe there's foul trouble and stuff like that. At the right before the 3rd quarter ends, you call most of your timeouts, leave like 2 or 3 left, and then you go into the 4th quarter and everybody has energy. You guys are probably going against people that do this. That's another way to go 12-0. That's pretty cheesy, but now at this point everybody does it, that you kind of also run into just as cheesy of squads. So in my opinion, I really don't think that it's that good of a strategy to go 12-0. Like, I just don't think it's very viable, just because everybody else is doing it. Like, why would you want to also like run into people that are using like that type of method? You're just gonna be going against people that are 99 overall teams that just aren't like actually at 99 overall. You know what I mean? It's basically like playing a normal game, just with a lower overall. So that's why I just kind of think that it's a little pointless. I mean, if you guys want to do it, want to try it out, maybe it'll work for you. It depends on time of day, because sometimes people just, you know, aren't on. The good squads are just gone. So maybe that'll work for you. Another way is to just use a budget team like I showed you yesterday. This is a little bit of a increased budget team. You preferably, if you want a budget team, you want to use like actual, you know, emeralds, sapphires, stuff like that that are gonna be super cheesy. I have some old videos that have some stuff of these sorts of, like, you know, good budget like teams. If you guys want to see some good budget teams, just go check out my earlier videos on them. It'll show you guys some good like lower rated cards that you can use. There he is. So, I'm putting together one like very on the fly for you guys, just so there's like an example here. I think it's a good Sapphire. Tony Kukoc is really good. Here, we'll just use Karan Butler, and then power forwards, throw in that, and centers. Who is it? There was somebody that they just released. Oh yeah, my Brook Lopez. Where is he? Where's my Brook Lopez? My favorite card of like all time. Love him. Where'd he go? Come back. It's like an 81. He's all the way down here. There he is. So like that's just a quick example of like a team that you could use. You can see when I throw these guys in there, if you make their minutes average, you can probably drop theirs down, and you'll just run into other people like to teams like yours. Another pretty good method, and honestly maybe the best method, is to use all of these methods, and that's method number 4. Now for number 5, it's one that I recently have realized might be a good way to go, and I'm gonna call it the all bronze method, or the Manu's Monopoly method, because that's my series on it. But think about it. Every time you guys watch me in a Manu's Monopoly episode, I go against people who have all gold squads, all emerald squads, all bronze and silver squads, and then I can just scrape them with my one really good card. So use something just like this, where you have a really bad team. I only have an 87 overall, and I'm just going against all bad squads, and you probably could just clear it out. Now, it's not what I do. Do I use those Manu's Monopoly games to help me? Probably. And by probably, I mean definitely. But I honestly think it might be a good method to kind of get you guys some good games that won't be too hard. Now, I'm not saying you should do these games all the time, but definitely maybe put them in. And I think, honestly, the best method is probably to use all 5 methods. Now, he was asking me about contracts. Contracts are a little weird for me, because if you go to my main squad, you can see I technically have a diamond on Kobe. I have a diamond on AK, diamond on Giannis, 74 on AD, diamond on Manu, diamond on Paul George, Blake Griffin, Hakeem, and 70 on Brandon Roy. So I really don't have to worry too much. Kevin Love, I usually use this Porzingis, but so for me it's a little iffy, because also if I go here and go to apply contracts, I have technically 20 of all, because my auctions are also filled with contracts right at the end here. So I think my personal method is, if you don't have a lot of MT, and how I did it to get Manu when I didn't have a lot of MT was I bought as many diamond contracts as I could to put on the really good players that I knew I was going to use for a while, such as Paul George. I had the diamond Brandon Roy, and once I got Manu, I put it on him. And then I think I actually have one on the Ruby Scottie Pippen too. And then I just spent my MT or the VC that I earned from playing like Pro-Am and stuff like that to buy my contracts. Now it is definitely not perfect because you only get 3,000 if you go 12-0. It will save some of it, but it's definitely not perfect. Like, I still buy the contracts for my bronzes because they're so cheap. It's like 40 MT. But that's the best advice that I can give you guys. That's really what I do and what I did and what I've done all of 2K. But if this guy did help you guys out, please leave a like down below. Comment what you guys are going to use. If you guys have gone 12-0, some methods and, you know, ways to get contracts, stuff like that. Leave that in the down in the comments below. I really would love if you guys can help each other out. This is definitely a community I just love. I love to help everybody out and give you guys some tips to go forward. And subscribe if you guys are new. We're at 837 currently while I'm recording this video. Let's get to that 850 and then that 900. Love y'all so much. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
And I got this soul.